Queen Elizabeth I. She was a Queen of England. She was born in Palace of Placentia, Greenwich, England on 7 September 1533. Her father's name was Henry VIII and mother's name was Anne Boleyn. Her father was a warrior and former King of England. Her mother was second wife of her father. Her three siblings were Henry, Duke of Cornwall, Queen Mary I, and King Edward VI. At the time of birth, Elizabeth was the heiress apparent to the throne of England. Elizabeth was one of the best educated women of her generation. She was trained by a talented and skillful teachers. She was proficient in French, Flemish, Italian, English, Welsh, Cornish, and Scottish. Mary became the Queen of England in August 1553, with Elizabeth at her side. Queen Mary faced the White Rebellion in February 1554, following which she imprisoned Elizabeth on suspicion of the latter's involvement. After a year of being under house arrest, Elizabeth was finally relieved. Queen Mary's death in November 1558 paved route for Elizabeth to succeed to the throne. On January 15, 1559, she was crowned as the Queen of England at the age of 25. When Elizabeth came to power, English people suffered from a major religious discord. She carefully managed the religious front and secured a compromise between Roman Catholicism and Protestantism. Queen Elizabeth's primary policy towards Scotland was to oppose the French pressure. During her reign, she faced threat from Mary Stuart, Queen of Scots, who laid claim to the throne. In 1567, Queen Elizabeth imprisoned her cousin for having taken part in several assassination attempts. In 1585, Queen Elizabeth entered the dispute in the Netherlands to support the Protestant rebellion against Spain. It was under Queen Elizabeth's reign that trade relations developed between England and the Barbary States. England traded armor, ammunition, timber, and metals in exchange for Moroccan sugar. Elizabeth returned England to Protestantism, developing the Church of England while maintaining some Catholic elements. Elizabeth assembled experienced and trustworthy advisors, including William Cecil Lord Burleigh, who was her Secretary of State, and Sir Francis Walsingham, in charge of gathering intelligence. During Elizabeth's reign, England saw a golden age of progress. Trade expanded rapidly, bringing in wealth, and exploration brought prestige to the country. It was also during Elizabethan era that English literature flourished at its best, led by the giants Christopher Marlowe, William Shakespeare, and Edmund Spenser. Overall, she was a legendary ruler who led England towards peace and stability. At the time of launching the Spanish Armada, Elizabeth made a speech to the English soldiers at Tilbury. "I know I have the body of a weak, feeble woman, but I have the heart and stomach of a king, and of a king of England too." The English navy, aided by bad weather, would severely defeat the invading Armada. Queen Elizabeth's marriage was highly contentious. Her heart longed for her childhood friend Robert Dudley, but she married none. On the military front, her victory against the Spanish Armada in 1588 marked one of the greatest military victories in English history. She was dead in Richmond Palace, Surrey, England on 24 March 1603, at the age of 69. "A clear and innocent conscience fears nothing," said Queen Elizabeth I.